Hey guys, Supertecnoboff here, and welcome to a quick little Halloween special video for you today. This is going to be a mini Xcode tutorial, and it's going to be showing you how to upgrade your application or optimize your application for the iPhone 4 Retina display. So I'm just going to mainly be talking about how to optimize your application. I'm going to be showing you a few things about how to optimize your application as well. This is the Halloween specials video as well, and just before we start, I'd like to say Happy Halloween to all of you out there watching this video. Hope you have a great Halloween as well. Alright, so we're going to start a view-based application, and I'm just going to call it Retina Display. Whatever, call it whatever you want, but the point is, this is going to be showing you how to optimize your application for the iPhone 4 Retina display. Now, there's no real sort of set thing you need to do. All you really need to do to upgrade your application to support the Retina display on the iPhone 4 and the iPod Touch 4th generation is to really upgrade your graphics. So the first thing you want to upgrade is your icon. So let's come into our resources folder and come into the info.plist file. So here you'll notice we've got an icon file tab. Now this is great for adding one icon, but you need to add two icons, one for the normal iPhone and one for the Retina display or iPhone 4. So here, click on icon file, double click, and change the name to icon files, so add an S on the end. Now you'll notice you get an array, and you can add as many icons as you want to this array. So today we're just going to be adding two icons, one for the iPhone 4 and the iPod Touch 4th generation, and one for the normal iPhone and normal iPod Touch. So here you notice under the icon files tab we get another tab saying item 0, and beside the item 0 tab we get a plus button. So click this plus button and now you get two tabs, one for item 0 and one for item 1. So in item 0 we're going to type in the name of our iPhone or normal iPhone and iPod Touch icon, and in item 1 we're going to type in the name of our iPhone 4 and iPod Touch 4th generation icon. Before we do that, obviously we have to add in our icons to our Xcode project. So here on the desktop I've got two icons here, one called icon. This is a 57 by 57 size icon, and it's a PNG. It's in PNG format. This is the icon which will be used for the iPhone and the iPod Touch. And then next up we've got the icon at 2x.png. Now this is a 114 by 114 size icon. It's in PNG format, but notice the change in the resolution. It's obviously more because it's a bigger image. And the next thing is notice the change in the name of the image. So whenever you have in any kind of image, not just the icon by the way, but whenever you have an icon which is meant for the Retina display, whether it's on an iPhone 4 or the iPod Touch 4th generation, you want to add the following word at the end of the name of the picture. So you add at 2x. Now what this means is this is a bigger sized image for the Retina display, and the iPhone itself, if it's an iPhone 4 or iPod Touch 4th generation, will automatically use this image instead of the lower resolution version, because it obviously automatically detects which image to use by the name of the image. So here I have our two icons, and we're just going to get the Xcode project back up. So now just drag into your two icons into your resources folder. Just going to copy those items in. Alright, so once again, notice the difference in name and the difference in size. You can just see it's bigger. The icon at 2x.png is bigger, because obviously it's meant for the Retina display. So come back into your info.plist file. And in item 0, we're going to type in the name of your normal iPhone and iPod Touch icon. So it's icon.png. And in item 1, we're going to type in the name of your iPhone 4 and iPod Touch 4th generation icon. So it's icon at 2x.png. And you can just save that. Just move these icons out of the way. Okay, so we've upgraded the icon. The next thing you might want to upgrade is your splash screen. So you might have a loading screen, you might not, but if you do, then you're going to have to make two different loading screens. So here on my desktop I've also got two default images. One which is called default.png. This is a 320 by 480 sized image and it's in PNG format. And the next one is called default at 2x. and this is a what is this? So it's a 640 by 9. 640 by 960. Sorry, yeah, that's it. 640 by 960 image, and this is the image which will be used for the iPhone 4 and the iPod Touch 4th generation. So you notice it's obviously bigger than the normal image. It's higher resolution, and it's the same format, but once again the name is default with the added extra of @2x. So now you can just drag and drop your splash screens into your resources folder as well. Alright, so we've upgraded the icons, and we've upgraded the splash screen as well. So the next thing we're going to need to do is to upgrade the graphics of the graphics of the app itself. So any kind of graphics used for buttons, or if it's a game, any kind of graphics used for characters or animation or anything like that. Now I'm not actually going to be doing that now, but I'm just going to be telling you what you need to do because it's actually really simple. So as I said before, the normal image would be your image name and .png or JPEG. Or any whatever format it is that obviously Xcode supports. But while I'm here, just to say, most people would probably advise to use PNG or JPEG as your image formats. But anyway, whenever you want to make an image for example, a tab bar application, or any kind of application, but you want to make one version which is for the iPhone and iPod Touch, and one version which is for an iPhone 4 and iPod Touch 4th generation, or maybe in the future any device which has the Retina Display. Whenever you want to make an image for both devices, you make two separate images. So you make one image and you add the normal image name and dots, whatever format it is, and then you drag and drop another image which is probably at least twice as big, or however big you want, really. There's no real set limit. So bigger than the normal image, but then you add the added extra of @2x at the end of the name, and obviously before the format, of course. So for example, here for our splash screen, we've got default, so this is used for the iPhone and iPod Touch, and then we've got default @2x.png, which is the icon, which is the loading screen which will be used for the iPhone 4 and iPod Touch 4th generation. But that's really it, guys. It's so simple. So from now on, really, if you want to have Retina Display support, you make two sets of images, one which is the higher resolution version and one which is the lower resolution version. Now, how will Interface Builder, for example, detect which image to use? Well, actually, it detects it automatically. What you do, you don't actually write the image name. Well, you do, but you don't write @2x. You just write, so for example, in Interface Builder, in fact, I will show you this because it's probably better I do show you that. So just wait for Interface Builder to launch. But I think you get where I'm coming at. So let's say we have an image view here. Just get this to cover the whole screen. So you'll notice now, if we click on Image View and we click on Image in the Inspector tab, we could type in Default. Now you notice how default @2x doesn't appear. That's because by default it will just select default or whatever image you select. But when on an iPhone 4 and iPod Touch 4G, instead of loading this lower resolution image, the iPhone 4 or iPod Touch 4th generation will automatically detect that there is another image with the same name, but also the added extra of @2x, which means that's the higher resolution image, and therefore the iPhone 4 and the iPod Touch 4th generation will use that image instead. So you don't technically have to do anything, really. You just make higher resolution images and add them to your resources folder. And as long as the name is obviously the same as the name of the lower resolution version, then the iPhone 4 will detect, or the iPod Touch 4G will detect that image and will use the higher resolution version instead of the lower resolution version. So there we have it, guys. That is pretty much it to my mini sort of Halloween special. And that's how you can really upgrade or that's where you can really start from, really, to upgrade your application for the Retina Display. It's really very easy. So you just make graphics which are twice as big and keeping the same name, but obviously add @2x, and therefore the iPhone 4 or iPod Touch 4G will use that image instead of the lower resolution version. That's it, guys. It's really simple. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. Hope this helped. And have a nice Halloween, to those of you watching this on Halloween. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.